Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Anthony. All right, and I'm a student at Camden Catholic. Oh, what did I say? Camden County College. And this right here is my game, Zee the Sloth. Let's see. This game is a 3D platformer, and it is basically coming. Is gonna be for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation console. It is gonna be rated E10 and up for cartoon violence. The high concept is immerse yourself into a majestic world as you venture to restore Florencia in this 3D platform as Zee the Sloth. Now, this right here is our little mascot Zee, as horribly drawn as he is. He is actually part of a family and lives on Isla Roma. He is the only one who is actually hyperactive and not lazy, which gives the game not a slow pace, yet a really fast and adventurous kind of pace. And these are his his enemies. The one on the top, the one on the top with the wings, his name is Ignis. He is the final boss of the game. And the bottom right here, his name is Vex. He is the main enemy that you see in the game first. Now, basically, what the story is about is the entire land of Florencia has these guardians called Florobuds, and they basically keep the whole land safe and secure. One day they go missing, and Z goes out on an adventure to get them back. And in that adventure, he finds out that it was Vex and Ignis who stole the buds. Now this is the map of the entire land. Now the entire land is Florencia, and the main continent is also known as Florencia. There are these four islands: Aroma, Luna, Bellis, and Flos, and they're all part of the mainland, as well as the Golem Islands. I mean, Golem Mountains. Sorry. This right here is basically a little concept map of Isle Roma. Z lives in the Hate Tree Forest reserves. That's where all the sloths and all that. The Tree of Sunlight, that's where the floral bud is at. And the Aroma Port is basically where everything goes down. It's very live and it's kind of like a party every day. This is the Luna Port. I mean, Isle Luna. And this is the second level, second stage. And when you get here, it's dark, it's festive. You automatically go into Dust Town, and you don't see much of anything else until you reach some enemies and a couple other things. This right here is a map of Isle Bellis. Um, Again, it is the richer island. It's nice. It's fancy. You go there. You end up in the Aurora Plaza. You never see the city, but here you fight. The boss. The flying serpent, and then you continue on. This right here is where you actually catch up with Vex and his gang, who actually have the floral buds, and you do a little boss fight and a little duel to get the buds back. Now this is the last level when it comes to the islands, and then after this level, you get to go to the mainland. Now here are some concepts for the enemies. The penguin-looking guy up in the corner, that's called a penguin. He's referenced in the document. We also have the robot and then the shadow creatures. Now, in order to get a gist of what the difficulty is between them, is that they all change colors. All enemies, all that change colors, green, easy, yellow, intermediate, red, hard. Now, bosses are different though. Have stage battles. So basically, there's like three phases in a boss battle that what it takes to kill them. And that's a flying tiger bat, and that's a serpent right there. Um, this is your health bar, part of your heads up display. Now instead of the actual like health bar, what I wanted to do was have a health bar where it was a flower, and every time you take a hit, a petal falls off. It's pretty simple, and it kind of matches the theme of the entire game, revolving around flowers. Now this is also part of your heads up display. It's a weapons indicator, and it lets you know what kind of weapon class you're using. It can either be the H, heavy, the L, light, or the P, projectile. And each one has their own damage and so on, and it's a whole lot of fun. Now this game, it is a 3D platformer, but once you beat it, it becomes open world. Now when it becomes open world, you can actually trade fruit. Fruit is a currency, so the more fruit you collect throughout the game, the more currency you have saved up, the more you can trade and buy stuff. Now, as a reward to the players, is that yes, this game does support trophies, and yes, there is a platinum trophy. So, PlayStation gamers, go out there and get what you get. Also, for completing various tasks, and every time you defeat a boss or defeat a huge cutscene, players will be offered lives and health. Now, unfortunately, if a player messes up, then there's a little problem. As a punishment, when you lose, you have to restart the whole level from the beginning, and it's not fun. If you lose in a boss fight, you have to restart from the last checkpoint in order to continue. Now, these, as I mentioned before, these are the gist of the transportation vehicles in the game. Now, obviously, the cycle one is the bamboo cycle. Doesn't look like much. The one right here is the Fugai, the flying bird machine, and down here is the arc raft. Again, they're rough drafts. Now, Zee the Sloth, I had a lot of fun writing. I hope I can write more of it. If this were a professional thing, I would have a trilogy, and the trilogy would go like Zee the Sloth 2, and Zee the Sloth 3, and they would continue on the story of Zee throughout the entire land. Um, if you have any, if you have any questions, any like ideas, or just anything you want to ask me about the game, feel free to just leave a comment, or if you can find me, I'll leave like links, like an email or something, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed this little presentation, and I'll see you again, Morrison. Later.